So this is going to be another movie review. This one's called Scalps from 1983. Um, this was filmed in Agua Dulce, California. Don't know where the fuck that is. Must be close to Death Valley or Bronson Canyon. Anyway, this is a Fred Olen Ray flick from 1983. I think it was the first movie that he actually distributed. Or that I was reading that it actually got distributed. I don't know what happened with his previous movie, Alyn, Alyn Dead or whatever it was called from 1980. But yeah, this is one of his early stuff. It's in the print is in terrible shape, and people complained that the switches, the scenes, the editing is really bad. I mean, it switches from day to night, just like that. And so this is going to be kind of like a cross between Psych by the 4D Witch and Beast of Yucca Flats and The Hills Have Eyes. It's actually based on a far worser movie from 1967 called Curse of Turtu, something like that. Yeah, I gotta check that one out. Curse of Tartu is the name of that movie. Oh, I'm sorry, Death Curse of Tartu, 1967. William Griff. Yeah, pretty obscure stuff. Anyway, so a bunch of 35-year-old college kids decide to desecrate some burial grounds, which apparently is illegal. Some ancient Indian burial grounds. I guess they'd be called indigenous peoples these days, especially in Berkeley. But in any case, I'm just going to call them Indian because that's what they're called in this movie. There's some dude named Black Claw who comes back from the dead, possesses one of the 35-year-old kids who looks like Kenny Loggins or something. Oh, I guess this kid is the only clean-shaven one. The other two look like Kenny Loggins. And Forrest J. Ackerman is in this for like 2 seconds. You also see Kirk Alyn, who played Superman in the 40s serial. I gotta see that. For some reason I didn't get the name of the serial right, so I didn't add it to my Netflix queue. But I'll get around to it once I start watching 40 stuff. I'm just gonna watch them all in one big ass block, all the 40 shit. And then yeah, before I die one of these days, I'm gonna watch everything from the 40s, man. Anyway, getting back to the movie, it's also got a bit part by Carroll Borland from Mark of the Vampire. So it's typical Fred Olen Ray stuff. He uses a lot of washed up actors from 40s. And Forrest J. Ackerman did, what was the name of that fanzine, like Movie Monsters of, I can't remember. I used to collect those, but they used to be at antique and collectible shows, those magazines. Yeah, he used to do that magazine. Sometimes he would put Kiss on the cover, which was kind of weird. Anyway, getting back to the movie, there are a lot of cool kills in this. Like, for instance, girl, that Black Claw possesses one of the so-called college kids doing the dirty work, the excavation of sacred burial grounds over there in somebody's estate that they let Fred Olen Ray borrow for like 3 days. Yeah, so he just happens to stumble upon another campfire over there, and like the Psych by the 4D Witch, wrinkled up Black Claw, whatever his name is, kind of pops out of nowhere, and there's an explosion. The dude gets like black stuff all over his face. Then he comes back to the camp. He tells his girlfriend, let's go up to the rocks and do a little something something, which is what they tend to do like every night consistently. But then he starts getting really rougher with her, and he rapes her pretty hard. I mean, he rips off her bra and her shirt, starts going deep inside her. All this off camera, of course. Then he takes out a knife, slits her throat, and scalps her with the same knife. Pretty cool scene. There's also an arrow in the professor's eye. I really don't know what Forrest J. Ackerman is doing in this movie, but the professor looks like Ron Paul. And the dude in the beginning of the movie, the truck dude who just comes out and starts digging for lost treasure, he kind of reminds me of King Duncan. That's who he looks like. But I know King Duncan died like 11 years earlier from overdose of barbiturates. So it couldn't have been him, but it looks like him. Anyway, so there's a lot of this shit. Black Claw coming back. This ancient dude from 1,000 years ago comes back from the grave and possesses this dude. Forget his name. The Kenny Logan dude's name is Ben. I can remember that because that's my name also. Anyway, so the Black Claw dude starts killing off everybody one by one, but he gives his necklace to the hippie girl, who's kind of weird. She kind of reminds me of that hippie chick from Firecracker. She brings these rhythm sticks, and she starts banging on them, and it's like bringing back the evil spirits or whatever. So she's the only one who survives, and I'm not going to spoil the ending, but yeah, pretty cool ending. It's kind of like Samantha Agar in The Brood, you know what I mean? Kind of like that. So cool flick. I gave it 5 stars. I thought it was really good. Yeah, it's just great low-budget B-movie horror, kind of like the movie I just saw before this one, which was Dark Power. I enjoyed every minute of it. The acting is atrocious, but I mean that in a good way. The Ron Paul dude, the professor dude, he kind of reminds me of General Boy from Devo, the men who make the music. Used to have that on VHS tape like 15 years ago or whatever. Yeah, so cool. Great flick. I gave it 5 stars out of 5 on Netflix. And now I'm getting back to Dark Shadows. I got all this shit on my Netflix queue that keeps popping up, like Scalps and the Dark Power. But supposedly Dark Shadows is on the top, and of course they keep holding up the other 2 movies. And what I'm worried about on my Netflix queue right now is that there's a break in Dark Shadows. I had the same problem with when I tried to rent the Avengers. It's like you can never get all of them consistently at the same time. A lot of them have availability unknown, but God, I've been waiting months to see Barn of the Naked Dead and Halloween in Hell. Directed by Alan Randolph, I guess. And then Best Defense is number 2. It's been sitting there for a hell of a long time. Dudley Moore and Eddie Murphy. That one got bad reviews. Then it's nothing but Dark Shadows, but shit, there's a break and Collection 3 and Collection 6. You know, the prequel to Barnabas Collins. And then Barnabas goes through collection 8, but then it breaks from collection 9 through collection 11. So that's going to suck. I'm going to miss out on it. I'll probably get a bunch of bonus material like Godard and Fellini stuff. Then I got Horror House on Highway 5. More Godard bullshit with Bridget Bardot. Hobo with a Shotgun, then Trailer Park Boys. And then Rampage from 2009. Then it gets into more of the Terror for Tom collection type stuff, The Curious Dr. Hump, Horrors of Spider Island, God Monster of Indian Flats, all something weird releases. Then it gets into Action Adventure, Best of the Best 2, Beverly Hills Cop 3. Then we've got more horror, The Beyond, Luci Fucci, Beyond Dream's Door, which is supposed to be fantastic, from 1989. Then I've got Rocky Jones Space Ranger from 1953, serial type stuff. It's probably Alpha Video, and a Muck Train, 1989. Horror, black magic, devilish rituals. You know the routine. That's the kind of genre that I've been watching these days. Anyway, yeah, check out Scalps, great flick. And I gave you guys a preview of things to come, things that I'm going to be watching. Not that you really care about Dark Shadows, the TV show from 1966, but yeah, the other stuff coming up should be pretty good, especially Luci Fucci if you're watching Terror for Tom. I've never seen The Beyond, but it looks like a cool flick. Netflix says that I'll give it a 4.9 out of 5, so I've never seen a friggin' Luci Fucci movie, if you can believe that. I've seen Lamberto Bava, but never Luci Fucci. That's a little bit esoteric for me, but according to Terror for Tom, this Luci Fucci is a must-see for every horror fan, so I'm looking forward to that. And hell, maybe I'll check out City of the Living Dead, Zombie, Fallen, all the other copycats. Yeah, cool. The Beyond is supposed to be Luci Fucci's greatest work, so cool. Laters.